I didn't even have a website. I downloaded PayPal when I got to the salon. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Carissa, and I am back with another video. So today's video is going to be about my 4-figure launch for my boutique. So without further ado, let's just jump on into the video, girl. So I just want to come in and do like a little story time about how I particularly launched my boutique. And this is truly just a story to help you guys, to let you guys know that it's okay if you don't have it all figured out. I for damn sure didn't have it all figured out when I launched, which is why I teach others how to successfully have 4-figure launches and consistent 4-figure days, because this was something that I learned over time. And then launching was also something that I learned was a consistent thing. It wasn't just like one initial launch and then you're done and you're in business. No, it was a consistent thing of launching new products, launching new campaigns, launching sales and all of that good stuff. So I wanted to just tell you guys how my launch went, and it's completely different than what I teach. I teach certain skill sets, I teach certain methods and strategies of how to successfully have a 4-figure launch. My launch was 4-figure strictly because of the grace of God. Like, there's no way around it. So yeah, this is not going to be in any particular order. It's just me speaking from the heart and kind of sharing my experience with you guys. And so I hope that it helps. So when I launched my boutique, I honestly had no idea what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what to do. I just kind of thought that if I start this business and I begin to promote it on Instagram and Facebook, that it will become a success and people will buy my stuff, right? That was the way that I was going to go into it, because I just honestly didn't know. But, and I'm the type of person that I don't like to speak on things until they're done, until they're complete, or I just bust out like, hey, this is what I'm doing, right? So with my boutique, I never actually told anyone for real that I was launching a boutique. People would have just seen it when I launched, kind of thing. And so I remember telling someone that I was going to launch a boutique, and I started asking, some of the people who were closer to me, their opinion about the merchandise that I was ordering, and, just getting their thoughts and opinions on it. And then the idea came to me that you should do a pop-up shop for your launch, right? So we got the pop-up shop plan. Now, I didn't do any promo, none whatsoever. Like, I knew I was doing this pop-up shop pretty much like 3 weeks to a month in advance. I never told anyone but the people that were closest to me. I told probably 5 or 6 people, and that included the people whose establishment I was using as well. So I kind of just didn't tell anyone. I don't know, like, looking back, I'll never do that again. And so literally, I'm getting everything for the pop-up shop. Like, we're buying different things, and, I got people setting it up for me. I got people kind of providing, different things like decor and tables and, all the things that a pop-up shop needs, which also I had no idea how to successfully do a pop-up shop either, because I had never done one. I would see people, do pop-up shops or vendor shows and that type of thing. And I used to just look like, oh, okay, that's cute. And I just pretty much thought that people just put out some tables and put their product out there and just began to sell. I never knew how much actually went into pop-up shops and launching a business, right? So, we getting all the stuff for my launch, and I get sick. I get sick, and at this point, it's probably like a week out. Mind you, I still haven't done any promo. And so at this point, I'm kind of thinking like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do it. I just don't want to do it anymore. And, my friends was like, no, you got to do it. Like, you going to be well by the time the pop-up shop rolls around. Like, everything's going to work out perfectly for you, right? So I had a lot of encouragement around me. Like, the people was encouraging me. The people that I told, put it like that, the people I told and who was helping me with it, they were encouraging me. They began to tell people. It was kind of like a word of mouth thing, but it was never any promo done. And I personally never told anyone outside of them. So, I guess in my mind, I'm just not putting two and two together. Like, you need to promote this thing. You need to get the word out there. You need to start advertising. Like, you need to do all of these things. Anyway. And so, it didn't dawn on me until the morning of. I'm packing up my stuff. I'm putting it in the car, and I'm like, I tell my friend, can you make me a flyer real quick? And she like, you ain't been passing out flyers? So she's kind of getting on me about that, right? And so she makes the flyer real quick, with the address, all the details on it. And so I literally went through my entire friends list on Facebook and Instagram. And I said, this is what's going on today. Mind you, it's probably 8 a.m. The thing started at like 11. Was it 11? Yep, it was 11 to 4. And so the pop-up shop started at 11 a.m. And so 8 a.m. the day of, I'm telling people about a pop-up shop in a business that is foreign to them, And so I'm telling them like, hey, I got this pop-up shop coming, I'm launching a boutique. Mind you, I don't even send pictures of what I have. I literally just send the flyer, and the flyer only has me on it with one piece of merchandise, right? So I'm telling people, and at this point, it's no shame in my game. I'm just sending out the DMs. I'm asking everyone that I know to post the flyer, post a different outfit, like, look, I need you to post this. I had like some people posting the flyer, and I had like some people posting some of the outfits, right? All of this is happening the morning of, like, blast this thing. So every time somebody got on social media, they saw this thing in their timeline, and so that's pretty much what happened. And I go to the salon because I did my pop-up shop at a beauty salon. And I go to the salon, and we setting the stuff up, and it was like in a plaza. So it was some businesses, in the same little strip as they were. And so some of those people came over, and, I offered complimentary wine. That was the first thing, like wine. At that point, I didn't really know how powerful it was to have great customer service, right? Like, I knew to have great customer service from my job that I was working, but I just really didn't know how to implement that into my business. I just knew to be respectful, kind, generous, helpful, like those things. And so the wine came into play because I'm like, I want to make it like a little sipping shop. I want people to enjoy themselves when they come. And so, the people from the surrounding businesses came, and then before you know it, like, I never had like a bunch of people at the pop-up shop at one time. I more so kind of had a lot of people that were coming in and out, because you got to think, people don't know that it's even happening. They're just now finding out. And so the fact that they even came was I was more appreciative of that than anything. Like, you literally were able to fit me into your day of what you had going on this Good Fine Saturday, to come and show me support. And I was so amazed by the people, the amount of people that were showing up. But not only that, some of the people who were showing up, because it was just kind of unexpected. Like, I know that I have like a likable personality, but not to the magnitude of, people that I'm not even in communication with, or people I don't even have their phone numbers, to come and show up the way that they showed up to my pop-up shop. And so, I had like a few people helping me with it. Like, my mom was there helping me, my friends was there helping me. And so people was literally showing up, showing me love. And the main thing that I took away from that was to always promote, but not only that, to really believe that what you set out to do would happen. Because I didn't even have a goal. I didn't even set a goal for this launch and make it so. And here's another thing. I didn't even call it a launch. I said it was a soft launch because my website wasn't even finished yet, but I knew that I had to begin to take action. And that's a big thing. Like, we want to wait till things are perfect, or we want to wait to the right time, or we want to wait till we have like all of these things done. And take it from me, I didn't even have a website. I downloaded PayPal when I got to the salon. I opened my PayPal account at the salon because the salon owner told me, you're going to need to have multiple payment options. Everybody is just not coming with cash. You don't want to miss a sale. And so, I learned a lot from beauty salon owners and other just business owners just throughout my entire journey. And so I would say use what you have, but the fact that I believed so strongly that I was going to have customers come was out of this world, because I pretty much sold out of everything. I had like the stuff displayed. I didn't even have mannequins. I had one rack, one of those like clothing racks that I bought from Walmart, which was extremely cheap and flimsy, but I had that one rack, and then I kind of just had everything displayed on a rack. And me personally, when I go into stores, I don't like thumbing through racks and clothes and stuff. I like to see what I see, grab my stuff and go. And so for people to come through and start thumbing through them clothes, baby, that's favor. But yeah, and if I would have been thinking back then, which I did the next time I did a pop-up shop, I would have had myself and all of my friends and stuff that was helping me, I would have had them in a different piece of merchandise, so we can just be like walking billboards, which I did begin to do later on in my pop-up shop journey. But that was just pretty much how it went. I never set a goal of how much money I wanted to make. I never had a buy-in plan of like, what was I going to buy next when this stuff sells. I was so blind to how to run a business. Like, I didn't even know. When I made all of that money, like, I pretty much said, okay, I'm going to restock a couple things, just because that came natural to me, because people, was wanting to buy some of the stuff that was sold out, in their size, or that was just sold out in general. People wanted to buy that. So it made sense to get that stuff back in stock. But, other than that, now I got all of this money and I don't even know what to do with it. It was kind of like, what do I do next? What should I do next? I had no idea. But the joy that I felt behind having so many people show up for me and being able to sell my stuff and have people support my dream was unmatched. And the way that people lit up when they bought their item, or when they tried their item on, or, the compliments that they received while trying it on, and just that energy of connecting with my customers and providing them different fashion tips and just, adding an extra layer of confidence to them. It was unmatched. And I knew, like, okay, I can do this. This is something that I can do. And so my major takeaways from that is to always have a strategy of, whatever it is that you're doing. If you're launching a new business, a new product, a new campaign, have a strategy behind that, because it would make things so much more easier on you. Have a plan, have a goal in mind. How much money do you want to make? How many email addresses you want to, how many email addresses do you want to collect? And I did know that now. Now, that was one of the things I did know. I had a clipboard, and I was like, write down your email address and your birthday. So I had them write down their email address and their birthday, because I did know all about email marketing, child. I knew. So I knew to do that, but I didn't know really even what to send in an email. Like, all of this stuff I began to just learn through trial and error. Like in the beginning phases of business, we tend to not that my nose ring fell out. Job, I love fake nose ring that fell out. We tend not to invest in our businesses because we're just trying to figure it out along the way. If I would have invested from the very beginning, I would have went so much further, so much quicker. I would have saved so much money and made much more money. I'm telling you, the best thing that you can ever do for yourself and your business is to invest in it. We don't know everything, and we have to be okay with that. What we see somebody do on social media and they sell out, or they making millions, or making hundreds of thousands of dollars, we don't know what they're doing on that back end to get those type of results. So I always say, invest in yourself if you don't know what to do. Now, it is going to take a lot of trial and error to really just find your groove and find your judge of what it is that works for you and your audience. But to have those key elements taught to you in the beginning, and to know these things in the beginning, it'll be so much more better. You know, it'll just flow so much more smoothly for you, and you'll save a lot of money. So yeah, if you guys want to know more about my launch story, and like I said, now I always say I made like almost $3,000, and or I'll say like, oh, I made almost $3,000, or I made you know, over $2,000, which is all true. I personally just don't know the exact number, because like I said, I took so much cash that day. I had people on PayPal. I didn't even know what Cash App was at that time. And this is just 4 years ago. I didn't even know what Cash App was. I took Zelle payments, you know, I took, PayPal, Zelle, and cash. So I knew, I always had like a roundabout number of what it was, because I kind of counted through like the receipts that I had, which I didn't have a receipt for everyone. And so, so that exact number isn't known, but however, that is how I had a 4-figure launch with no plan, no strategy. And I never would suggest no one else do that. Yeah, it worked out for me as far as selling, but when it came to what to do next, I was 100% confused. However, if I would have done the proper promo prior to, and then building the momentum prior to, it probably would have been no crumbs left on the table. Because if I can sell that much stuff with no plan, just imagine what I would have done with a plan. So that's just my quick little story time. If you guys want to know more about that, you know, about like the stuff that I brought with me, actually, I'm gonna just leave all of that in the description about all of the things that I had, which was truly the bare minimum. I'll drop that down there below. And as always, I hope that this video helps somebody, and I wish you much success in your entrepreneurship journey, baby. See you later.